Hey guys, it's 21 Maxwell here and welcome to another instalment on our WWE TEW save. We're now on to Survivor Series 2020 after the month of tournaments, where of course we saw the Cruiserweight Classic, the Mae Young Classic, we've also saw the Tag Team Invitational and the World Grand Prix, but we now kick on back to pay-per-view mode. We'll have Survivor Series today, two more pay-per-views, TLC and Armageddon, and then we head into Rumble and Mania season. So overall, this is a 23 segment show. It could have been a lot more, but we did put a few feuds together for traditional Survivor Series 5-on-5 matchups. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy it. Let's crack on with the show. So we sold out 50,721 at the Minute Maid Park in Texas. And just a hype video as always, with a bit of pyrotechnics to hype up our two main events for this evening. Both championship matches, which will see Fergal Devitt and Bo Dallas clash for the WWE Championship and the World Heavyweight Championship on the line, as Kofi Kingston gets his opportunity against Roman Reigns. So A92, it got the show off to a strong start, got the crowd hotter, and both storylines advance with this segment. All good there, both storylines have good heat towards them. Opening contest was the Cruiserweight Championship on the line, and a bout that had great wrestling and good heat. It was the champion Chad Gable who defeated Tommaso Ciampa and Ricochet in 21-10 when Chad Gable defeated Ricochet by pinfall, making his second defence of the title. Pretty respectable B+ 84. The match got the crowd hotter. Good to see that Gable gets a 92 performance, so I don't think he'll win the Cruiserweight division for long. An 87 for Tommaso and an 82 for Ricochet. Ciampa improves his Rumble skills. Wasn't really booked to go slow, so that's maybe the reason why it didn't get as high, maybe as a 90. Overall, great matchup. Your negatives there. Tommaso Ciampa penalised for inconsistency, but Gable doing good stuff for the Cruiserweight Championship, and the top of the division at least is very strong in terms of overness. Next up was our first 5-on-5 matchup, and it was a good matchup that saw the babyfaces prevail, and it was the team of Adam Cole, Rusev, Big E, Johnny Gargano, and Jason Jordan who defeated Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, Will Ospreay, and Marty Scurll in 1955 when JJ defeated Scurll by pinfall. So just looking for the performances here, most people are targeting over an 80 there. I think the ones that have missed out have been Scurll, Ospreay, AJ because of declining physical ability, and Gargano as well. But a B+ 85 gives the babyfaces a lot of momentum going forward. Admittedly, it's more this side that's going to get pushed than that side. So the heels that are not really going to get pushed as much as the babyfaces because of age for the first three. But a good couple of skill improvements, Joe in technical and Adam Cole, Rusev and Will Ospreay in their Rumble skills. And pretty happy with the matchup rating. Obviously a few negatives, inconsistencies, low morale for some of them, and in AJ's case it was declining physical ability. I'm really worried that that's going to start affecting Daniel Bryan and Samoa Joe soon as well, as they get close to 40. Got a promo next from the musical tag team that is Aiden English and Elias, so just a little promo from them. A92, Raquel Diaz helps Aiden English here, but just a little musical number by our musical tag team. And it was basically a showcase survival match of tag teams, and the decent matchup saw the team of English and Elias defeat the Exiles, Switchblade, Jay White and CJ Robinson, the Young Bucks and the Authors of Pain in 14-14 when Elias defeated Razor with a top rope double stomp. Weak link was of course Razor. I think I've decided just to kind of give up on him because he's going to wait to do MMA, so we'll wait till he comes back, whether we push him or not. But a couple of good performances in there. Bucks are always going to be good. Elias and English done okay. Bit disappointed by Robinson and Switchblade, but B78, a few skill increases, pretty good for a mid-card match, which of course again was a storytelling match, so that may affect the performance of a lot of our wrestlers. Next up was our 5-on-5 women's match, and it was a decent matchup which saw the babyfaces prevail, and it was the team of Bayley, Becky Lynch, the talented Rhea Ripley, Mia Yim and Charlotte who defeated Nikki Cross, Kellyanne English, Kairi Sane, Dana Brooke and Asuka in 1741 when Charlotte defeated Asuka by pinfall. Kairi Sane was a weak link, but a very respectable B+ 84 Admittedly, this is like all our best talents in the women's division, apart from Kairi Sane, but that's more on the basis of she doesn't have it in overness. Obviously, technically, she's absolutely superb. Everyone else there, though, ratings over 70, which shows that our women's division is a strong position. Asuka improves performance skills, as does Kairi Sane, who also includes our technical skills improvement, as does Dana Brooks. Overall, pretty solid for the women's division. Next up, he's back. We've got Shelton Benjamin in. He gets a C plus 69 for an elaborate entrance as a franchise player. That was a great rating for his gimmick. He's going to be included in the US Championship match on Raw. So let's see how this does. It was an okay matchup. Good wrestling and a decent reaction from the audience. The Miz defeats Aleister Black and Shelton in 1948 when The Miz defeats Shelton with a skull-crushing finale. The Miz makes his first defence of the title. So I just thought, let's shock everyone a wee bit and give Shelton a good opportunity here with the likes of Aleister Black and The Miz. It means neither of them takes the pinfall loss and The Miz can stay as champion. So B81's okay. Shelton improves flying skills. But yeah, he's just going to come in here to help put people over at the same time. And make it a wee run at one point. Next up, it's just Bojo, or Mojo Bojo, the team of Bo Dallas and Mojo Rawley, just basically talking together. Mojo improvised well, Bo came across well. A92, it's just really Mojo just wishing him the best of luck in the main event match tonight against Fergal Devitt. Next up, we've got Zelina Vega hyping up Andrea Cien Almas before his match with Randy Orton. So this is a B-71. Zelina didn't come out of it looking good. She's not very over, so that's why we're doing these kind of segments. And Almas came out of it looking excellent. The matchup between them, though, was absolutely superb. It was a great wrestling match with good heat. And Andrade Cien Almas defeats Randy Orton in 1941 with a split-legged corkscrew senton following Zelina's interference. So I really try to push Zelina as well, so that, you know, all of Cien Almas's game is really strong. So A91's superb, and 89 from Randy, 85 from Almas, but their feud's been really good. And the cheating heel, the young heel, comes across brilliantly with no negatives booked there. And as you'll see here, managerial interference paced the match, which always seems to help get a better rating. Next up was another 5-on-5 match, which actually disappointed a little bit. I expected it to get a bit higher, but it was a great wrestling match regardless, with good heat. And it was a team of Bray Wyatt, Braun Strowman, the Usos and Drew McIntyre, who defeated Shane Strickland, Owens and Sane, and the Golden Lovers in 23:39, when Braun Strowman dominates and destroys Shane Strickland with a power slam. B plus 83. In terms of performances, Strickland's looking stale, Braun's looking stale, so need to maybe fix him. But Ibushi with a 92, Owens with a 93, and Uso in there, Jay with a 94. So a bit disappointed it flopped as much. A few skill increases, but it was there for a reason. And as I say, it was to make sure they got on the card and not take up as much time, but happy with it regardless. Let's have a look here. Let's change the gimmick. Ethnic hero, and it was the initial rating of average. Cool. Next up, promo from Sasha Banks' upcoming match with Paige. Obviously, she won the Mae Young Classic for the second time, so she's saying she's going to become Women's Champion, put the horrible previous year behind her, and she's going to walk out as a Women's Champion. So that was an A89. As I say, we haven't really pushed Sasha in the series as much. And the matchup had great wrestling with good heat, and it did see Sasha survive and defeat Paige in a 30-minute Iron Women match by 2 falls to 1. Sasha wins the Women's Championship. So B82, a bit disappointed with that. I actually thought these ladies would tear it down to an A, but regardless, an 84 and 87 performance from both ladies. The tournament structure has made a star out of Sasha Banks. Apparently it was a lack of a hot associated storyline. I disagree. That storyline was fairly over, and it just did a good promo in the matchup from earlier on in the night. But regardless, we'll continue to work on that storyline, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to booking these two together. And the resurgence of Sasha Banks has been very good in the last month or so. Next up, we had a triple threat match. The winner of this match gets a future World Heavyweight Championship match, and it's all superb wrestling and great heat. and it saw Seth Rollins pick up the win over Ambrose and Zack Sabre Jr. in 2059 when Rollins defeated Ambrose with the Phoenix Splash. B plus 87, pretty good there. 93 ratings for Rollins and Ambrose, 91 for Sabre Jr. Yeah, it was just basically a match to give these guys something to do, put something in the line, and Seth picks up the big victory. And of course, then it hypes up it, just saying, Roman Reigns, when you defeat Kofi Kingston, it's going to be me v you for that championship again. So B plus 88. This then led us into our IC title match, and holy shit, it was incredible. An exceptional matchup sees the Velveteen Dream defeat Baron Corbin. They defeats him by countout. This was in 19 minutes and 52. Velveteen Dream makes the third defence of the IC title, so he gets a bit lucky here with the victory. As I say, big plans ahead, but an A-star 99. Who'd have thought this to be pretty much a 5-star match? Velveteen continues to hint at his heel run down the line, but a 94 for the Velveteen Dream and a 93 for Baron Corbin. Storyline continues and gains heat. Only negative was Corey Graves. After the matchup, they won't stop fighting and they brawl to the back, so that's a B plus 85. So decent. Velveteen looks good coming out of it, and this feud will continue on. Then we've got Roman Reigns cutting his promo for the co-main event as he goes to take on Kofi Kingston. He says, basically, Kofi's, he's feeling that his time is up and he's desperate to win the World Championship before he retires, but not on his watch. So A90, and it does lose the storyline a little bit of heat. How will the match do though? Really shit. Wow. Probably should have expected this from the World Grand Prix, but it was an exceptional matchup which saw Kofi Kingston defeat Roman Reigns in 23-21 by pinfall, illegally using the ropes for leverage, which means in 2020 Kofi Kingston will finally become the World Heavyweight Champion. So the disappointing B plus 83 because of the lack of psychology. Reigns had a 94 performance, Kingston with an 89, and that advances the storyline. So overall, a few negatives: psychology, Kofi's declining physical ability, Kofi's the new champion, but I think we'll probably either stick to Seth against Kofi, or maybe even try and integrate a third man, Roman, maybe for a triple threat, but we'll see. Overall, big things to work on with that. No skill improvements, as we say, disappointing. So we hope our main event delivers. Bo Dallas cuts a promo hyping his match with Devitt, just saying, this is one of Devitt's last chances. He's going to show he's a true survivor and remain champion. So that was A90. Came across good. No negatives to speak of. And thankfully the match delivers. It was an exceptional matchup which saw Fergal Devitt defeat Bo Dallas in 29-34 with a flying double stomp after Bo Dallas was turned on by Mojo Rawley. During the match, we also saw Killian Dane run in and attack Bo Dallas, and Triple H attack Bo Dallas as well. So we've got his friend turning on him, we've got the bodyguard attacking him, and then we've also got a former authority figure coming back and attacking him as well. So this is some sort of potential alliance. It's the 6th defence of the Universal title for Devitt. He wins the WWE title, and 93 for Bo, and 96 for Fergal, and 98 in total. The storyline advances, gaining a little bit of heat. Maybe a bit of clusterfuck in terms of booking, but I've got to think with things in mind and potential Mania implications. So yeah, there's been a few things I've tried to book over time that haven't materialised due to overness, so I've had to take a change in direction. But yeah, happy with that. Let's just look here. Of course, we need to turn Mojo, that's fine. It was a sharp turn, so that may not present him with a lot of overness gain. And we end the show. Devitt stands tall, 2 championships in hand. With Killian Dane, Triple H, Mojo Rawley, this alliance has been formed together. So A90, Killian was obviously he enjoyed going off script even, sorry. Mojo struggled. Devitt looks at $1 million, and Killian Dane performed poorly, of course, until we get him fully over. Wow. overall, main event saves us. Probably I would assume that Velveteen Dream and Baron Corbin helped us as well. The show got an A-star 96, which increased their popularity in 45 regions, so definitely a star-studded card. I mean, we see the fact that there's 2 massive multi-man matches, which easily could have been a lot of main eventers in them. It shows we have a very, very strong roster, and I think we've got to go praise for an absolutely phenomenal performance for both Baron Corbin and, of course, the Velveteen Dream. So it'll be quite intrigued to see how that does for Mojo Rawley, because he's someone I want to work with in the next couple of months and see how we can get him in terms of overness. We're just going through the usual checks. Let's have a look. So this happens all the time, the death of DG, and then you go to try and buy them and they're financially fine. So I think they just flicker between national and international at a very quick rate, which is why that happens. Don't think there's anything there that really directly affects us. No. Adam Pearce, Lucha Underground, that's cool. The show is an absolute success, that's good to see. Pete Dunne's back from his suspension, very, very good. Finished first in the US in terms of our national battle, same with Canada, Mexico and Japan. CMML looking at Hiroshi Yamato. That's cool. It's not a legendary event, so for Survivor Series has obviously been running for so long, it's now legendary. We got a 5.20, that might be one of our higher ones since the change in buy rate. Of course I had like 16 point something at the start, so nothing will surpass that, but we'll look into that. Drug test, 8,000, pretty cheap, so fairly happy with that. Will Ospreay doesn't like CJ Robinson, Bo Dallas likes Switchblade, Reigns doesn't like CJ Robinson, Becky likes Switchblade, AJ likes Switchblade. Is it basically telling me here that I should split the Exiles and Switchblade Jay White be pushed to the moon? So let's do a few quick checks here. What I would quite like to do quickly is obviously I need to sort these issues again for people that weren't on the show. That's cool. 600 million in the bank, so we can certainly clear a lot of those. And as you'll see here, 16 million performance. So it's the only reason it didn't beat last month is because of the various tournaments. So there's a few more pay-per-views, but pay-per-view revenue far higher. Say it's only comparable to WrestleMania in terms of months, you can see there. So definitely happy with that. As I say, finance is never going to be an issue in this save, so that's cool. So what I wanted to do was top 100 and pay-per-view buy rates. So you see at the start there, I don't know if I've maybe changed something or fucked something up, but consistently was getting like 14 points, and we're obviously a bigger company than we were then, so I don't know if I've changed anything there that's maybe messed with it. But the only thing this show can be comparable to is WrestleMania's 35 and 36, so they're certainly in the right direction in that regard. I basically say anything after 2017 effectively. It just seems to be after Mania. After Mania 33, it's the next biggest kind of show in terms of buy rate, so we'll say that was a real success in terms of buy rate. But if anybody's got an idea how I've made an arse, I don't know if I can hear. I don't know if I've changed the pay-per-view rating system. Possible, but it's just going to muck everything up if I change it again, so I'm quite happy just to leave it. But yeah, things are good. I just want to check one last thing. Let's have a look. Mojo Rawley. You see, just guy isn't he just over at all, which is a shame to see. Let's have a look. Kofi, get good overness out of that title win. That's good to see. Roman, so we're going to have to work with Roman Reigns. Fergal, again, looks like $1 million as champion, and Bo Dallas. So both are main eventers in Raw. At the 90 overness, and that's not including obviously everybody else that's behind them as well. Andrade is slowly but surely getting there. Baron Corbin up to the 90s, Velveteen Dream in the 90s, so we'll get plenty of people in great positions. So that's going to be it for this episode, guys. If you enjoyed it, please drop a like, any shares, and all that. I'll deeply appreciate it. Please, any comments on the show, how you felt it went. Are you happy with it? Anything you expect to see between now and WrestleMania, let me know what you think as well. Let me know how your own saves are getting on. And of course, there'll be a button popping up if you've not subbed already, hit the sub button and a playlist for all previous episodes. But thanks for watching, guys, much appreciated. If you've got time, check out the series that are going to be live on the channel, either already or some that will be coming in the near future. But cheers, take it easy, enjoy the rest of your day. Bye bye.